Good morning, Cullman. Thank you for tuning in to Cullman Today. I'm your host, Dustin Isom, and today is Friday, June 14th. We have a lot to look at in local news today, including information on Second Friday's road closures, Good Hope subdivision ordinance approvals, and the inaugural Hanceville Park and Rec Rodeo Queen pageant. All this plus sports, weather, and more, but for now, let's dive into the top stories happening in Cullman today. For those of you traveling through downtown Cullman today, take note of the temporary street closures as the Cullman Area Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center prepares for Second Fridays. Happening through Cullman's downtown, First Avenue will be closed all day, with 2nd Street, 1st Street, and Clark Street closing at 2 p.m. Arnold Street closure will follow at 3:30 p.m. Next up, a two-vehicle crash that occurred at approximately 8:10 a.m. Wednesday claimed the life of a doorman. Wayne K. Ferguson, 44, was fatally injured when the 2000 Chevrolet S10 he was driving collided head-on with a 2021 GMC Sierra driven by Fernando Garcia Hernandez, 38 of Albertville. Ferguson was pronounced deceased at the scene. Passengers of the Sierra, Jonathan Gallegos Torres, 21 of Albertville, and a 17-year-old were transported to an area hospital for medical treatment. The crash occurred on Alabama Highway 69, approximately 4 miles northeast of Cullman, in Cullman County. Nothing further is available as troopers with the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency's Highway Patrol Division continue to investigate. And to finish off our top stories, West Point High School's Scholars Bowl team, a perennial powerhouse, just capped off a one for the history books season with a third-place finish at the Partnership for Academic Competition Excellence National Tournament in Washington, D.C. Lee Henry, West Point's Scholars Bowl coach, said, "This has undoubtedly been our most successful year. It will be hard to top it, but we are going to work hard and try. I think we have a really good shot at winning the NAQT SSNCT next year, but it will take a lot of work and dedication from the whole team to make that happen." Now that we have the top stories out of the way, we're going to take a quick break before returning with sports. Hello and welcome back. Now it's time to find out what's going on in the world of sports. In today's sports segment, we'll get started with another postseason accolade for Alabama baseball. Crimson Tide third baseman Gage Miller was selected as a third-team All-American by the National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association on Wednesday. Miller is the Crimson Tide's first All-American named to a first, second, or third team since 2021, when Chase Lee and Sam Prater were recognized as third-teamers. The accolade is also Miller's second of the postseason, as a junior received all Southeast Region team honors earlier this week. Miller started 55 games for Alabama this season, batting .381 with 12 doubles, 2 triples, and 18 home runs. He led the Crimson Tide in nearly every offensive category, including hits, home runs, RBIs, runs, and total bases. Moving over to some basketball news, the Auburn Tigers and the Alabama Crimson Tide are set to travel to Duke and North Carolina respectively as part of this year's SEC-ACC Challenge on December the 4th. This will be just the third time Auburn has faced Duke at Cameron Indoor Stadium. Auburn previously played the Blue Devils on their home court in December of 1975 and December of 1981. The Tigers and Blue Devils last met at the Maui Invitational in 2018. Duke leads 4-0 in the all-time series dating back to the program's first meeting at the Sugar Bowl tournament in 1964. This is the second year of the SEC-ACC Challenge. The Tigers defeated Virginia Tech 74-57 last season at Neville Arena. December's matchup between Alabama and North Carolina will be the 16th meeting in the series history. The programs last met in the 2024 NCAA tournament, where the Tide defeated the Tar Heels 89-87 in the Elite Eight at Crypto.com Arena. North Carolina leads the all-time series 8-7, but Alabama is 2-1 against the Tar Heels under head coach Nate Oates. This will be just the second trip to the Dean Center for the Crimson Tide and their first since 1990. That covers sports for today, but make sure to check with the Cullman Tribune each day for the latest in sports coverage from across the area. We will be right back after this message. Hello and welcome back to Cullman Today. Now it's time to speed things up with the news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. At the Vinemont Town Council meeting on June 11th, the council discussed several upcoming events, including the June monthly senior luncheon, 4th of July fireworks celebration, and the return of the Battle of the Heroes at Barbecue Fest. June's monthly senior luncheon will be held on Monday, June 17th from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. at the Vinemont Community Center. There will be a lunch of prepared deli sandwiches, tea, and dessert, along with an afternoon full of bingo, prizes, and fun. Next up, the town's annual 4th of July celebration will be held June 30th from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Vinemont Community Center. Mayor Reginald Dodson said he has been in contact with the Cullman County Sheriff's Office about helping direct the flow of traffic during the event. Lastly, Vinemont's Barbecue Festival will make its return to the Vinemont Sportsplex on October 26, bringing back the Battle of the Heroes, a battle to see which team of emergency responders can grill up the best wings. Good Hope City Council held its first June meeting at Good Hope City Hall Monday night and approved an ordinance to adopt rules and regulations for subdivisions that coincide with the current standards set by the county. The ordinance reads, in part, these are adopted regulatory policies of the City of Good Hope pertaining to the construction of streets and/or drainage structures, including pipe requirements for new roads or new subdivisions, and/or other developments in Good Hope, Alabama, located in Cullman County. The Good Hope City Council will hold its next regularly scheduled meeting Monday, June 24th at 6:30 p.m. at Good Hope City Hall. The inaugural Huntsville PR Rodeo Queen pageant is scheduled for June 29th, coinciding with the HPR Pro Rodeo. Though registration is now closed, the pageant attracted contestants across 5 age divisions: Petite Miss for ages 6 to 8, Little Miss for ages 9 to 11, Junior Miss for ages 12 to 14, Senior Miss for ages 15 to 17, and Miss for ages 18 to 25. Contestants must demonstrate proficiency in horsemanship and public speaking, as well as modeling and poise. They are also expected to have a comprehensive understanding of rodeo events, the roles of stock contractors, and horse care, including anatomy and health. Additionally, they may be asked about current world events and politics. The event is also a significant fundraiser for Huntsville Park and Rec, and sponsorship opportunities are still available. The contributions from businesses and individuals are crucial for the success of the pageant and the rodeo. Prizes for the contestants include buckles, crowns, sashes, and more. For more information or to sponsor the event, contact Christy Young at 256-338-7204 or hprrodeoqueenpageant@yahoo.com. Tuesday, June 11th was a magnificent day at the Guy Hunt Library, filled with wonder and excitement. The children were in awe as they petted the adorable farm animals brought by Fortner Farm. The summer reading program is going strong, igniting enthusiasm in little minds and filling the library with joy. The competition is heating up, with a top reader in 3 separate categories set to win fantastic prizes: 2 8-person tents and a $50 gift card from Books A Million. It's a phenomenal award for all the hard work put into reading numerous books during May and June. Don't miss out. Join the Guy Hunt Library in Holly Pond next Tuesday, June 18th at 10:30 a.m. for another unforgettable adventure. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead and pay our respects with obituaries. I will be right back after this quick message.
Discover what's buzzing in Cullman with Community Matters, where every story pops off the page with local flair. It's the magazine that's got the inside track on what's now, what's new, and who's who. Get the lowdown on top eats and 411 on recipes that'll turn up your summer cooking game. Relive our local team's triumphs on the sports fields and pencil in summer's hottest events for fun the whole family will love. Get your copy of Community Matters at the Cullman Tribune, any of the local businesses on screen, or scan the QR code.
Welcome back. Let's take a moment to pause and remember those who have lost their lives this week as we turn to obituaries. William Bill Mann. Hanceville Funeral Home would like to announce the passing of William Bill Mann, 78, of Hanceville. A graveside service for Mr. Mann will take place at 2 p.m. on Saturday, June 15th at Hopewell Cemetery. In addition, the United States Air Force will be conducting military details in Bill's honor. Reverend Wayne Weisner will be officiating the service. Visitation will be at Hanceville Funeral Home on Saturday, June 15th from noon until 1:30 p.m. Cheryl Mucci Leon Barnett. Funeral services for Cheryl Mucci Leon Barnett, 66 of Hanceville, will be 10 a.m. Saturday, June 15th at Hanceville Funeral Home Chapel. The burial will follow the service at Duck River Cemetery. Visitation will be at Hanceville Funeral Home from 4 until 9 p.m. Friday, June 14th. That finishes up obituaries for today. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and families. Now, let's take a look at today's weather forecast. Today, there will be areas of fog before 8 a.m. Otherwise, it will be sunny with a high near 92. Tonight, it will be mostly clear with a low around 69. Saturday will be sunny with a high near 93. Saturday night, it will be mostly clear with a low around 70. On Sunday, it will be sunny with a high near 95. Sunday night, it will be partly cloudy with a low around 72. That concludes another edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back bright and early Monday morning at 6:30 a.m. I'm Dustin Nyson with Cullman Today, wishing you a wonderful weekend, Cullman.